Welcome to Sky Broking Commodity Weekly Market Commentary. Disclaimer: this weekly market commentary is for information purpose only. Before taking any decision, consult a financial advisor. Major data of this week has economic related data and the major data like US interest rate decision on Wednesday, all OPC JMMC meeting, and the GBP interest rate decision on Thursday. Now let's see the precious metals outlook. Gold and silver has news like the dollar rally has been relentless and it's been a real drag on the yellow metal. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell argues that a steady series of rate hikes this year can bring down soaring inflation. Fundamentally, this is negative news for precious metals, and technically speaking, gold may expect a high volatility trade in between 49,833 to 52,580 levels. Silver may expect a high volatility trade in between 61,991 to 67,193 levels. So these are this week's precious metals outlook. Now let's see the energy outlook. First is crude oil. It has a news like it seems the European Union is moving closer to an oil embargo, which some may argue is overdue in light of Russia's aggression in Ukraine. OPEC Plus will keep squeezing crude production to ensure prices don't fall too far from where they are. And with the advent of summer air travel and US road trips just around the corner, it might be hard to keep oil below $100 a barrel, as much as it might be difficult to prevent it from testing the highs of Ukraine invasion. Fundamentally, this is a neutral news for crude oil, and technically speaking, until crude oil break above 8,273 levels, it is possible to come down up to 7,745 ranges. Next is natural gas. It has a news like higher demand for gas, and Antero executives projected that supply side issues will provide support to natural gas prices for the foreseeable future. Fundamentally, this is a slight positive news for natural gas, and technically speaking, natural gas may expect a positive bias with resistance of 588 levels. So these are this week's energy outlook. Now let's see the base metals outlook. First is copper. It has a news like the consumption side, though have been greatly hit by the pandemic, it is expected to pick up after more policy stimulus in the future. This is fundamentally a negative news for copper, and technically speaking, copper may expect a negative range bound trade. Next is aluminum. It has a news like aluminum ingot and billet inventory both dropped this week, and there are more evidences that primary aluminum supply would pick up. The market shall watch the recovery of the demand after the pandemic. This is fundamentally a positive news for aluminum, and technically speaking, aluminum may expect a recovery from lower levels. Next is lead. It has a news like lead concentrate imports have been low, and the domestic TCs were also kept at a low level. This is fundamentally a slight negative news for lead, and technically speaking, lead may expect a consolidation phase. Next is zinc. It has a news like zinc ingot social inventory dropped 7,000 metric ton amid recovered arrivals. This is fundamentally a slight positive news for zinc, and technically speaking, zinc may expect a recovery from 338.5 levels. In the last is nickel. It has news like domestic supply tightens remained, and sluggish downstream demand in the stainless steel sector also aggravated the situation. This is fundamentally a slight negative news for nickel, and technically speaking, nickel may expect a profit booking ahead. So these are this week's commodity weekly market commentary. For more market updates, join our Telegram channel and the YouTube channel. Thank you by Sky Broking.